guys, what's going on? Tristan Lee here. I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded to my YouTube channel. I've been taking some time to myself to really zone in and focus in on my training rather than focusing on content again. Today I wanted to discuss a little bit about my competition plans going into this third and fourth quarter of 2021 as well as the beginning of next year. The past few days, Brayden and I have trained. We've shot all the content, so I figured I'd overlay some of those clips. You guys can see sort of what we're looking like, how our training's looking, and all that different stuff, and then I'll discuss some of my other ideas around competitions, coaches, HIIT, nutrition, all that different stuff. So we're gonna outline some of that stuff in this video, and then we'll go from there. For the past 3-4 years since I really started doing YouTube and social media content, the constant question that I've been asked is, when are you going to compete again? Because the last time that I even got on stage was back in 2017, and that was only a guest posing. So I really didn't put myself up side by side next to other competitors to see where I line up. So at the beginning of the year, Tyler, who's behind the camera right now, and I had planned on doing the Arnold of 2021, but obviously with everything going on, that got pushed. So instead, I figured it'd be a good time to kind of just progress my training by myself and then do sort of like a warm-up show where I'm able to see how I line up against other competitors rather than jumping into such a heavy show like the Arnold. So right now, there's a few shows in this third and fourth quarter that I'm looking into, which is actually the Ottawa Championships, but I wanted to jump on here and kind of get your guys' opinion on shows, coaches, training, all that different stuff, and even get your opinion on what sort of content you'd like to see if we were to jump into a sort of journey to the stage series or road to the stage series. Not necessarily a road to pro series, because obviously that's not where I'm at, and that's not really in my sight right now. I just want to get on stage and see where I line up. I think we're going to try to get some different people on the channel as well, especially being here up here Muscle and Fitness, where there are so many coaches, trainers, bodybuilders, posing coaches. We may do a video going forward of a posing critique. I thought this would be cool to kind of pick apart my posing and pick apart some similar mistakes that a lot of people make when they're getting on stage, since that is something that I am going to have to focus on if I am planning on jumping on stage in November, December, anywhere in that time frame. As far as my training load goes right now, I'm training 6 to 7 days a week. I currently have issues taking rest days, and I know that's a detriment to my training, so hopefully having a day in mind where I'm able to really zone in, focus in, and then having a coach as well helping me program out exactly what days I'm going to be training, what days I'm going to be resting, how hard I'm going on certain days, and my output on certain days will help me program and schedule so that I am able to give my maximum 110% output into my training sessions rather than just going in half-assed and risking injury. Currently for HIIT, I've been doing 2 to 3 days a week, which I know I definitely want to drop down if I am planning on going into a gaining phase before cutting back down for my show. I believe November, December will leave me like 12 to 16 weeks to put on a little bit of muscle, probably gain a little bit of body fat to put myself in an optimal position to train, and then cut back down because we know I can pretty much get down to stage ready. So it'd be more focused on optimizing my training and making sure that I'm not sacrificing my training just to get a good video on Instagram or a good photo on Instagram that gets a bunch of likes or whatever bullshit that is. I've been kind of tailoring away from that because even doing things like that 1,000 rep challenge, I noticed that I started having issues with my knees, with my elbows, with my shoulders, all that stuff, and that's really just not who I am. I'd rather just film the content around what I actually genuinely love doing and then document the process along the way so that you guys can see and learn alongside us, especially if we have experienced coaches, experienced doctors, experienced people surrounding us and helping us with our training. So do my HIIT, when I've been doing 2 to 3 times a week, I switched over from doing hardcore sprints to doing just an assault bike because I found that when I was doing just hard sprints 2 to 3 times a week, I was having issues with my knees, my ankles, and I was putting myself at risk, especially being on the assault treadmill or something like that, where it's a little bit less controlled than just the bike. The bike's a lot lower impact, and I find I'm able to get my heart rate up. I literally feel like my heart's gonna explode whenever I'm doing it because I push myself so hard. So If you guys aren't pushing yourself to those limits, then you're probably not doing HIIT right. What I personally do is imagine someone is trying to kill me, and then that just makes me bike harder. Otherwise, I just feel like I'm pussing out of doing my HIIT or doing my cardio. So put that in the back of your head, go into your deep, darkest thoughts. I know this is what you guys all enjoy hearing me talking about. And I'll do 15 minutes of that, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. I'll probably be switching that down to only once per week, if even that, and then using that as a tool to help me get shredded so that I can actually use it when I'm cutting down to be on stage. I definitely will be looking to pick up a coach. Tyler, for the past few years, has been working with Chris Cormier, so I'll definitely be working with him as well for training, posing, and then I'll be getting a diet coach as well. Now I'm getting that competitive spark back, and I really do want to dive into a competition, so these next few months are going to be a real hard buckled down period after I nail out some personal things with regards to business, with regards to the visas, all that different stuff, and we can really buckle down and focus in on our competition. So if there's anything specifically you guys want to see with regards to this series, tracking and documenting my progress along the way with coaches, HIIT, nutrition, diet, training, all of that different stuff, let me know in the comments down below. I really do love documenting the process and allowing you guys to follow along the journey. If you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I think we're at like, what, 1.3 million, almost 1.27 million, which is absolutely ridiculous. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the support. Turn on post notifications so you don't miss another video. More content coming soon, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.